Hello again guys, back again. Slightly different program to normal. There'll be no trains running due to all these changes I'm going to tell you about. DENT is still DENT, I did explain the last time. However, I'm changing the other side, which was the fiddle yard. So it's now going to be a separate layout. One will run through to the other. So it's just down to imagination. I've always had a busy layout. This DENT was the first incarnation I ever did of just a running layout to just watch the trains go by. And in all honesty, I love it, but a bit boring, you know. So I've gone back to my roots, and I've got a fairly large station, goods facilities, local shed, etc. What I've done all my life, more or less. So I'll take you through that, and I don't know when there'll be trains running. It could be a few weeks yet. It'll certainly be a few years before this side's anything like ready to look as nice as that. So we'll talk you through what's put some track down, some temporary positions to show you how it's at present going to end up. And the new station name will be, looking for the sign, I've got it somewhere, can't find it now, can't miss it, it's that size. Chestergate Exchange. So it was back in 2008, the layout that used to be in here was called Chestergate and Milne. Milne was over this side, Chestergate would have been on this side. Never got that far because the den flooded, the whole lot got taken apart, Milne got sold off, DENT got built, so I'm just reviving the name Chestergate Exchange, and it has nothing connected in any historical fashion to DENT. It's not going to be Midland, it's more Great Central-esque, if you want to call it that. Island platform, that's the idea. Different, shall we say. So I'll take you through the so far how far I've looked at it, and we'll see what you think and let me know. Okay. Right, so if you remember on the last episode I was talking about this wall. This wall is the bane of my life. I've decided it's just too much effort to take out a corner of a wall, so it's staying as it is. So the layout's going to just have to come from that opening to the other end. So we'll talk from this end. I've just left the 6 tracks in situ. Oh, get up on the step. I've left these 6 tracks coming through. The far 3 are the up line, and the closer 3 are the down line. So if we follow those first of all, so we're going to have from the back will be the up relief. The second line will be the up main. The third line is actually a small, dead end platform, bay platform. So the trains run through here. That coach is the longest coach I've got. That'll be getting used for clearances. So with platform is obviously the part that's not painted green. So we'll go back to here, and then on the inner 3 lines, that is the down main, the first one. So the third one away as you look at it is the down main. The second one away as you look at is the down relief. And sorry, get this right. Yeah, the first one as you look at it is shunting, goods shunting line. So then we come through here and we come to a goods shed. I built this, I don't know how many years ago. It's got to be touching 20 years ago, if not more. So that's going to be, it's a London North Western goods shed, but it's pretty commonplace for a goods shed. So there's a through track that will run through there, join up with that point. getting the angles right now. So there'll be 3 sidings outside, coal, vans, etc. for unloading. All this board here, all this spare board, I'll just go back a bit. That corner will be getting cut back. It's not going to be this wide all the way through because it's just a bit cramped. You know, there's only that space between the layouts, about 3 foot, 3.5 feet, something like that. So that will be getting curtailed back. This is my spline idea, and you have a male one that goes in there and it keeps everything level, but we won't require that on this now. These are offcuts from the old fiddle yard. So right, we carry on now, and there's the station as it comes through. And spin it round. From there, there's a couple of crossover there to just allow for some shunting moves, you know, running around with the vehicles to reposition them. That's the head shunt at the, should have a stick or something, shouldn't I? That line there is the head shunt for the goods yard. That line there will be the head shunt for the motive power depot. And you come down here, and again there's another bay platform there. So in total there'll be 4 platforms. So that'll be platform 1, 2 will be the one up that end, that will be 3, and this one here will be 4. And then this is the most complicated end now, saved the best till last. It all comes from this line here, travels right up, and then we have a 4-road engine shed, a coal hole, put my finger over there, sorry. These are all scratch built, these buildings, again from 20 years ago probably. These are off my old exhibition layout, Bermuda Road, MPD. Just a peg stick sitting there, that's what's holding it up in the air. So this road here will be raised. This will be raised and have the ramp for the coal. Turntable will go there, and just still debating. I don't know whether it's going to be too cramped, but it's going to be a diesel maintenance shed. The railway soon realised in the 50s that trying to maintain diesels alongside filthy steam locomotives was not best practice, shall we say. Too much ingress or duct into diesel systems wasn't a good idea. So they started building servicing facilities just for diesels, which of course I worked in. So this line over here in the distance, so that's your 2 main lines, your up and your down main line. And that line there is going to act, that's the hidden sidings that run behind the layout itself, behind DENT. And I use those sidings to store long trains or trains that get used regularly. So that will now just be an out and back, it will be used for storage as well, but it will be an out and back push-pull service. And the push-pull will end up coming along there, taking that road in there, and then into that platform, that dead end platform. And the main lines carry on through here, and the hills or whatever all have to be sort of doctored around to try and get them to blend in. You're never going to know when DENT starts and Chestergate finishes, I don't think, but that's the way it's going to have to be. All in all, busy, complicated looking setup, but that's what I've always done, so I'll be glad to do a bit of shunting and whatever again. And again, this spare piece of board down here, that will get curtailed off, and there'll be like a scalloped fascia there to just bring everything back to tidiness again once its track's all laid. All this track up to all those points there are laid, and into the engine shed has got to be done. The 4 main lines, the relief, the mains and such like, they're all down, they're all fixed down. All these points down here, these are all in. Some have got the point motors in, some haven't. There'll be some sort of, where that joint is there, you can see the 2 different types of track. I'm using SMP J track. You can see the difference there. J track on the left, Pico on the right. So I'm using J track in the scenic section. Not too bothered about the Pico running through into the hidden side. There'll be a bit of a tunnel mouth there or something like that, hiding all that. So it'll all be J track because the sleeper spacing is far nicer. So there we go. Hope you approve. Let me know your thoughts. Quite like reading what people think. They may have a different idea to me, which is fine. I've also got a large, it's hardly worth bringing it out because it's a rather large station building that's going to be on a bridge, and it's only in the shell at the moment, so, and that's been in mothball for 20 years and all, so it'll be nice to do a bit more work on that. So again, it might not be next week, it might be a few weeks when something actually looks as though it's been achieved, and perhaps a bit of wiring up and a bit of running, and we can see things in operation. Okay guys, I hope that's whetted your appetite. So I don't know what to call the blog, or no, it's not really a blog, is it? I don't know what to call the episode, where it's just called DENT Station. I think I'll keep it at that for now, and we'll see what happens in due course. Okay, right, glad I've updated you. Cheerio for now.